Avdija.
Yep. Avdija.
Consensus number 5 was Obi Toppin.
Yep.
And I'll say so Avdija, slid to 9.
He did.
And after doing my little homework on him, I wondered out loud in my tweet, did the Wizards just steal the draft?
Well, listen, we won't know for a while.
No, of course not.
As is the case with all these drafts. We make our quick assumptions. I've seen a lot of these kids play for a long time. I have not seen Deni Avdija play in person. I've heard from several people, including Scotty Wilbekin, former Florida star, who has played with him in Maccabi Tel Aviv and speaks highly of his work ethic. You can see he's a versatile player. The thing I've said is I don't think there's a star at the top of this draft. I don't have confidence that Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, or James Wiseman are going to be stars in this league. I think the star will come from somebody else further down. And my take is, why not an international guy? But for that many people to pass on Deni Avdija when this draft was so weak at the top did surprise me. Same thing with Obi Toppin, that he slid down to number 8 to the New York Knicks, surprised me. Tyrese Halliburton surprised me a little bit that he fell to Sacramento. But looking back on it now, I say, nothing should surprise me with this draft because, again, there was no clear-cut number 1.
The Celtics, they did it.
Yeah.
They drafted a need. They drafted for a need, and the guy that they had to be praying, well, if we really get lucky, right?
Yeah.
If we really get lucky, Aaron Nesmith will be sitting there for us.
Yeah.
And damn it, if they got lucky, and they have him.
Nesmith is a guy who can really, really shoot it, Bob. He only played 14 or 15 games last year at Vandy, but he shot 52%. He's got good size. And I think the best part also of Aaron Nesmith is I believe Vandy was 8-6 with him and 3-15 without him. So he impacts winning. He can shoot it. And as you and I talked about, and I can't wait to ask Brad Stevens this next week when we talk to him, hopefully on Monday. Think of the smile that Brad Stevens probably had on his face when he looked at Aaron Nesmith's stats and saw he shot 52% from 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
really.
We're going to yell at Brad for letting Daniel Tice, jack 3 after 3 a little bit when we talk to him. Maybe not yell at him, but I don't know what you're going to do. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to put you in the spot next week with Brad and how trigger happy he is with the 3. And we're going to have a little fun with that.
Yeah, we will. We will.
I just think this is the guy they needed. Now, again, does it solve their major issues? No, they still need a guy who can score in that second unit off the bounce, a veteran. They still also maybe need to upgrade their front court if they could, but at what expense? We'll see what happens here in the next few days.
Yeah.
If Danny Ainge can make a move or not.
Well, I think they definitely are in the market for that type of player, and I will be surprised if they don't find someone of that nature. I think that's definitely the case.
If Klay Thompson is done for the season, and he's getting up there a little bit. I don't know how old Klay is, but he's got to be in his early 30s at this point. Maybe 33. I would guess. Let's see. How old is Klay? Klay is, I'll tell you in a sec here.
Okay.
What does this do? Is this the end for Golden State being able to win NBA titles? He's 30 years old, but he's coming off a knee injury to one leg and now an Achilles to the other. Those are 2 tough things to come back from.
All right. Until last night, and then we heard the news, I had projected them right back as a superior team, as a threat to the Lakers, as it wouldn't remotely surprise me if we were talking about them having made the entire transformation in a year from now, that we'd be talking about them as the defending champions. Wouldn't have shocked me.
That's right.
Well, without him, no. I
shot.
mean, now
No
we're
shot.
talking a 6, 7, 8 seed, something, 8, right. I don't know. They're still going to have assets, and starting with Seth, Steph. But no, I mean, they need. He's important. You can't or overrate how good a player is. He's good. He's the guy that had the 37-point quarter. He's the guy that had the 60-point game when he dribbled the ball about 5 times. I mean, this guy is tremendous shooter, and they are the greatest shooting backcourt of all time. Nobody can remotely argue otherwise.
And where now, Bob? Where is your shooting coming from other than Steph? Draymond can't shoot it. We know that.
No, he'll
Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins. Now, the problem is Andrew Wiggins was set to be your 4th guy.
Yeah.
Now you have to have Andrew Wiggins, and we've seen that play out before.
Right.
If you need Andrew Wiggins, you're in trouble. If he's an ancillary part that, you know what, whatever you get from him is a bonus, but there's no pressure, no expectations on him, that's great, and that's what it should have been this year. Now you need him, and that scares the hell out of me.
Not positively agree with that. I mean, he is. You know, you got to have him in the right slot, and when you got to bump him up, it's not going to work.
Should Danny Ainge trade Gordon Hayward or Kemba Walker? What should he do? If you're Danny Ainge, what are you trying to do here?
I just want to add. I don't want to get rid of either one of them, and I certainly Walker for what? They were talking Drew Holiday. I know that's been done. I understand.
Kemba's value is too low right now coming off the playoffs. Like, you don't trade a guy when their value is at its lowest. And I feel like Kemba's trade value right now is at its absolute lowest with the knee injury.
I just want to add, I want to bring in Nesmith. I want to see if they get a big man, you know, maybe they get Aaron Baines back. I'd love to have him back, you know, and go from there. Take my chances.
Get a veteran coming off the bench. If you could add, if I told you right now, you could add a scorer, you know, a 2-guard who can put the ball on the floor and get you 10, 12, 15 points a game. And you got Aaron Nesmith coming off the bench also shooting the hell out of the ball. Are you okay with that team as long as, again, Hayward, Kemba, the keys there are their health?
Yes. You know, we saw how Hayward, everything was going fine until he came down on somebody's foot.
Right.
Which could happen in your driveway. It happened. All right. They were good. And
they might have played in the
working. He was a perfect mesh with the 2 young forwards and with Walker. No, I want him. The one thing that I'll tell you right now, this is when over my dead body territory, don't be telling me about any trade that involves Marcus Smart.
I'm with you.
I am
almost
absolutely
untradeable. To me, it goes like Jason Tatum 1. You cannot trade Jason Tatum for anybody on the planet, in my opinion. And Marcus Smart might be number 2 that I wouldn't trade based on his contract and his intangibles.
There's no facsimile. There's no comparison. There's nobody that does what he does, at least not to the extent that he does it and has the effect that he has on the, you know, Patrick Beverly, you know, is a little pest, but this is a 6'6" pest.
And he's gotten better on the offense.
Better. So no, I don't. My head would explode if they ever traded Marcus Smart. Same. That's my exit.
Yep, I'm with you. I love him. Absolutely love him.